Welcome to This Week at LCCPS. Lowell Community Charter Public School is a K-1 through 8th Level 1 inner-city school located in the heart of Lowell, Massachusetts. Our students represent 20 different countries and speak 23 different languages. At LCCPS, we believe that our diversity is our strength. LCCPS is a diverse, academically rigorous, charter public school that is committed to the success of each of its students. We hope you enjoyed this show that we have put together. Each week, we will spotlight what is going on in our school.
Lowell Community Charter Public School.
It's a K-8 school and our mission is to graduate creative, confident, and independent thinkers, global citizens, and leaders who give back to their community. We will provide a comprehensive education giving students the knowledge, skills, and ways of thinking that ensure their success in high school in preparation for the opportunity to go into college.
We expect our students to strive for excellence in academic achievement and personal conduct within a joyful, supportive culture.
The diversity within our student staff, families, and community, and the many nations from which we come from, is a source of strength and an opportunity for learning.
Every February, we celebrate Black History Month to honor the men and women that have gone before us and blazed the path for equality in our country.
Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, Carter Woodson, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks. Each of them had one voice that was heard above the crowd. They spoke on behalf of equality and justice. Today we honor two of those individuals.
Sojourner Truth was a famous abolitionist and women's rights activist. After escaping slavery, she became involved in moral reform. Her voice was heard at Ohio Women's Convention in 1851.
That man over there says that women need to be helped in carriages and lifted over ditches, and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles, or gives me the best place. And ain't I a woman? Look at me. Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man can do more. And ain't I a woman?
She was a famous former slave that wasn't able to read, but her words moved men and women across the country.
If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down, all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back and put it right side up again. And now they is asking me to do it, and no man can do better.
Her one voice carried through the years all the way into the civil rights movement.
Over 100 years later, in 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also spoke out for equality. He preached to more than 200,000 people of every race and color in Washington, D.C.
I have a dream that this nation will one day rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Over the years, Martin would be arrested many times for standing up for himself. He would be beaten, stabbed, and spit upon.
This will be a day when all God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. Let freedom ring.
Through it all, Martin would strive for peace and harmony among all people.
When we allow freedom to ring, we will be able to speed up that day when all God's children will be able to join hands and sing, free at last, great God Almighty, we're free at last.
Thank you. Now we will have a series of poems and speeches. Alexander's first.
A lot of African Americans know Black History Month, but don't embrace it. A lot of people know Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, but don't wonder about it enough. All Americans can say, oh, happy Black History Month, but are they really, honestly happy about it? Black History Month explains the importance of American history. A lot of Black people contributed to bring change to America, like Martin Luther King Jr., Jesse Jackson, and the list could go on. And Harriet Tubman started to bring about change. Many other people contributed to make America by the Constitution. Barack Obama said, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. People in Lowell made this school be so diverse, with practically every heritage. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is a quote from Rosa Parks. Racism is still over us, but it's up to us to stop it. And but it's up to us to prepare our children for what they have to meet. And hopefully we shall overcome it. By Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks is an African American who fought for freedom, Racism is something that's terrible and it affects people. She wanted to fight to end it. She's one of the many Black American women who fought for our rights. Rosa Parks never gave up, and you should never give up either. It is important to know about her so you can stop racism too. If you're stopping racism, you're honoring Rosa Parks. Thank you.
All people of color around the world need a church, and we all finally got a chance to be together as friends, all mixed together in one place. I am happy for that because we get to express our joy for being together. If you feel that way, well then that's good. And don't keep it to yourself. Tell someone that's important to you. Not only you can do it, but we can all do it together as a team. Thank you to all.
People that are homeless need a home. People that are cruel need a friend. Back in the day, kids of color did not go to white schools, but we made a change. People need to be nicer. If other people want to be treated nicer, they have to treat people of color equally.
Today is a day we all sing in honor of Martin Luther King. Whenever people fight to be free, his name is remembered with dignity. When Black people weren't treated right, he stood strong to lead the fight. He fought with love, not guns or darts. He changed people's minds and their hearts. But some people didn't like his words. He was taken away to a better world. Yet his dreams live on. That's all can be free. When we knock down the walls between you and me, Martin Luther King's life did not last, but his dream and his spirit are free at last.
When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, quit if you must. But some important people didn't quit on us, especially Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. So you shouldn't quit on Black History Month.
Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learn. And many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow.
Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown.
Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. We love Black History Month.
Thank you.
You may write me. Okay, this is a poem called Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still I rise.
This is a poem by Lucy Clifton named Under the Rainbow. I close my eyes and slide along the yard to home where my long grandmothers sleep, dreaming of me, dreaming of how dark and beautiful we are together under the bright rainbow of our nights.
Today, we are going to be telling...
Wait. Shouldn't I go first? Boys are better.
But I already started...
I want to go first.
I want to go first.
So I do. If you think I should go first, raise your hand.
Girls should go first.
I want to go first.
But Black History Month is all about equal equality.
Good point. Go first.
You will fit. Well, Daniel, Gabby Douglas said her message is to never quit, never give up. When you have a little trouble here and there, just keep fighting. In the end, it will pay off.
Malcolm X says there is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve performance the next time.
Well, Maya Angelou said you will face many defeats in your life, but never let yourself be defeated.
Well, Michael Jordan said, I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeeded.
Well, Serena Williams said luck has nothing to do with it because she spent many hours, countless hours on the court, working for her one moment in time, not knowing when it would come.
Shaquille says, I never worry about the problem, I worry about the solution.
Zendaya says dreams are like stars. You may touch them, but if you follow them, they will lead you to your destiny.
Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving.
Well, Janet Jackson says, in complete darkness, we are all the same. And wisdom, it's only our knowledge and wisdom that separates us. Don't let your eyes deceive you.
I guess we are all equal.
These are famous quotes by African American celebrities.
Wow, thank you. Those were all stories and poems. Some of them were written by our students and some of them were famous authors. Next we have a special presentation, a song, Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around, from our 7th grade teacher, Adrian McCartney.
So I saw Miss Franklin over by a booth, but I'm scared because I didn't do any of my geography homework.
But the booth looks really cool.
But I'm scared she might ask us if we did our homework or not.
You want to go check it out?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's hope she doesn't recognize us.
Hey, Munchkins! Okay, so this is a new booth that they just made. Nobody else has tried it yet. You guys want to be the first?
Sure.
Okay, here are some brochures.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip.
Never told how to speak words.
They don't know what it's saying.
They're in space.
What was that?
Where are we?
Are we dreaming?
I remember seeing this in geography class.
Wait a second, I think there's a clue in here.
Cape Coast Castle was one of the first of about 40 slave castles or large forts, built on the Gold Coast of West Africa, which is now Ghana, by European traders. It was originally built by the Swedes for trade in timber and gold, but later used in the transatlantic slave trade. These forts were used to hold kidnapped people before they were loaded onto ships and sold in the Americas. This gate of no return was the last stop before crossing the Atlantic Ocean. On the seaport side of the coastal slave castle was the door of no return, through which the slaves were put into boats and then loaded like cargo onto big sailing ships further out to sea, never to set foot in their homeland again, and with a final goodbye to freedom they once knew.
That's horrifying. Those poor people. I can't believe stuff like that was allowed to happen. I read that 6 million people from West Africa were sold into slavery in other countries.
Wait, but how are we gonna get home?
I have no idea. Let's look in the brochure again. If home is where you want to be, go on this amazing journey. Visit the sites of the hallowed ground. Don't be scared and look around. At African American heritage sites where famous people fought for their rights. Their bravery is an inspiration. Now it's time for the next station. It's gonna leave without us. Go! Let's tell me it's a very brave couple.
Wait a minute, that was...
Wait, it's gonna leave without us. No time to
Like
talk about
usual.
Oh my gosh.
How many times is it gonna do this?
Oh my god!
I wonder where we are right now.
Looks familiar. Wow, look at this. The African Burial Ground project began in 1991, when during construction for a new federal building, workers discovered the skeletons of more than 400 men, women, and children. Investigations revealed that during the 16 and 1700s, freed and enslaved Africans were buried in this burial ground in Lower Manhattan and Amsterdam, which would one day become New York. Over the decades, the unmarked cemetery was covered over by development and landfill. This monument was erected in their honor and memory.
It's blinking again.
Where are we? This place kind of looks familiar.
We're in Boston.
Boston? What are we doing in Boston?
The Black Heritage Trail is a path in Boston, Massachusetts. The winds through neighborhoods to see sites important in the American Black history. There are more than 15 sites on this tour, including a church from 1806, which is the oldest surviving Black church in the United States. It says here that Massachusetts was the first state to declare slavery illegal in 1783, and that many escaped slaves came to Boston to visit the Underground Railroad.
That's right down the road from us. I'm gonna ask my parents if they can take me there.
Me too.
Let's go. Back to this thing. Wow, I can't believe I can actually see this bus in person. I only saw the pictures in books.
That's right, girls. I knew that I had to stand up. I I knew that I had to take a stand against something that was so unfair that I couldn't take it anymore.
Wait a minute, are you?
That's right, I'm Rosa Parks. Thank you for visiting my exhibit today. I hope that you know that it only takes one person to make a difference to change the world.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, believe it already.
Wow, imagine meeting Rosa Parks, but the boycott took place in Alabama. Why are we in Michigan?
Well, this museum bought the bus at auction. It had been rusting away in Oldfield. And the Henry Ford Museum brought it and resorted it, and now you can go inside and see it. Let's go inside.
We can't, the box is leaving.
The reason in which we celebrate Black History Month is to celebrate the lives that fought so we could be here today, that fought for equal rights. We still are fighting harder every single day until it will finally be equality between everyone. Thanks to Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, the boycott, the sit-ins at the lunch counters, and a lot more people that took a stand. Remember that it only takes, and as we celebrate Black History Month, remember that it only takes one person to make a difference, to take a stand, and to change the world. Thank you.
Thank you.